because your beliefs are a lie. Because if you do it, it will work. Here's how I lost 30 pounds at 40 years old. Here's how my buddy went from 0 Instagram to 550,000 followers on Instagram and starting his coaching business. Here's how I made 14,000 my first month coaching people. And it all comes down to this one principle. And it is, do you have this belief or understanding that it will work if you do it? Now, if you don't believe that it will work if you do the diet to lose 30 pounds, you'll never do it. So it's just that you have a belief that it won't work. That's why you're not doing it. That's all it comes down to. You don't believe that if you do it, it'll work. If you did believe that if you did it, it would work, then you have to dig deeper if you're not figuring out why you're still not doing it. And then you have to be honest with yourself. Do you really want it, or are you just afraid that you can't do it? Because a lot of times if you just keep digging deeper, you'll realize that you don't believe that you can do it. So you need to meditate. You need to go on long walks by yourself. You need to see if you actually have the self-belief. And then if you realize that you don't have the self-belief, just understand, here's how I lost the weight. I literally was sitting on the couch and I realized if I do the macros for 3 months with a coach, I will have a six-pack. Simple as that. If anybody does the macros, they can lose the 20 pounds in 3 months, in 6 months. If you post a video a day and you're trying to grow a business, it might not make you 6 figures, but you will be working towards the direction and you'll be getting feedback. And if you don't quit, you will make progress. I can't tell you what kind of progress, but you will make progress. If I make these videos and try to help people every day and try to help them see and give them a little bit of hope, because here's the deal. I was living in my car in Los Angeles. I drove all the way out there from Nashville to Los Angeles, ended up in my car. I was in a bad relationship, ended up in my car. Had 0 friends, family, or job out there. And then 3 years later, I was making 6 figures and I had 100K in the bank. So someone told me that I could make money training. I started training and I started making money because I believed it could happen. And then it started to work. So it can happen. You just don't believe it can, and then you don't take action because you don't believe it. It's just as simple as that. So you have to understand the law of cause and effect. It's one of the scientific laws. If you drop a pencil, it's gonna hit the ground, it's gravity. If you do the macros, you'll lose the weight. If you do the workout, you'll build muscle. If you post the content, you'll get more views and you'll learn how to do better content. It's just like, if you study, it's called growth mindset versus fixed mindset. If you study, you'll get smarter. If you try, you'll make breakthroughs and you'll learn. It's as simple as that. If you need help with coaching, one-on-one coaching, click the link below. Catch you in the next video, and just make sure that you understand, do you believe that you can do it? Then you have to work on your beliefs, because your beliefs are a lie. Because if you do it, it will work. Your beliefs are a lie. Your thoughts are not true. You have to understand that your thoughts are a lie. If you do the macros, you will lose the weight. If you do the business every day, it'll work. Simple as that. If you walk up to 10 girls and say hello, eventually you're gonna get better at it and you're gonna get a girlfriend. That's simple as that. It is. That's how I went from living in my car to being semi-retired. That's how I got a 6-pack at 40. That's how I started my coaching business. If you need help, hit the link below.